It's Week 4 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Commanders and the Panthers on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition,
let's roll. Let's go do this. Let's get it done.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Tua. He completes it to Boyd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end, so they were on him in a hurry.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
So here are the Commanders making their way out.
Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. It obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 23 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Tua. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Tua to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. There's Chris Olave. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, this one brought in by Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Gibson is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
First and 10, Taylor now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. on the handoff. Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 36, Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Tua now on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They'll run with Gibson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield, here's Tua.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tua, he completes it to Evans.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he wisely will throw that one away. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Washington offense heading out.
They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
2nd down and goal.
Tua.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A give to Harris. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Panthers continue to pull away here this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And again, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes tries the left side and finds Olave. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
He's got this complete to Williams. Oh, he's going to be brought down short of the first, and they are out of timeouts. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Panthers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.